Hello, everyone. My name is Angela from Concordia, Consularis, the spiritual and business agency of peace. And today we are talking all about physical impacts via the soul into your physical body. And I'm just going to go and pull this image up here for a minute. Okay, so here you can see the image of, just move that up there, of energies moving in an exemplary form around the body. And you notice here that there is the image of the heart, the driver of your spiritual connections to the soul, physically, clinically, medically, through the human body. It keeps us alive, and very easily our hearts, our souls can become overwhelmed by other information that is being rinsed out and is in operation through the different levels of densities, the different level of dimensions of self, of you, and how you interact in non-physical reality, or the unseen, as it is known. So very often we become incredibly overwhelmed at a heart level here. And the reason for this is we're continually being bombarded in the physical 3D, which is a projection of your soul here in your universe. And we accumulate pain through and suffering and terror and devastation and fear here directly through our interactions, daily interactions, weekly interactions, working interactions, spiritual interactions, and density system interactions, which can be very damaging to the stress levels in the body. It can increase them, but also increases the levels of emotion that you feel in the body when you feel overwhelmed. So when you feel at peace, if you can imagine your place of peace, your space of peace, where you feel completely comfortable in your own skin, in your own physical body skin suit, you experience peace. You experience peace in nature. You experience peace when there is no threat in your physical and spiritual environment. So in these current times, humanity has been experiencing a great deal of spiritual trauma via the collective and system methods of delivery, of slavery, domination and control, the attack on lineages, the ancestral attacks, and all the other interactions that take place in non-physical reality between individuals and other groups in humanity. So we can accumulate, because we are infinite beings, we have accumulated tremendous impacts as we've moved through time, passing in and out of every single incarnation. So the heart can become burdened, and this causes a chronic condition in the body that will later manifest as a physical disease in the body, affecting the heart function, the functionality of all other areas in the body. But in this particular instance, I've been hearing many reports of feeling overwhelmed and stuck to the system. Now, in a previous video, I did talk about how the system programming affects your light body dynamics. And here I'm just going into a little bit more detail to directly show you the movement of the heart energy here, as you can see, directly driving every single system above and below your physical and non-physical reality of self. So it is a medical function. It is the life force that drives every single organ in the body, the DNA, these cellular interactions, and guides your manifestation of your soul communication. So if you do not have soul or spiritual communication, you'll just be driven along by system programming and robotic means of operation. If you do have a connection regularly, do check in with yourself. What do you want from this existence and reality this time around? This could be your last time here. This could be your first time here. on this earth. But either way, you will be presented with choices, decisions, feelings, and a multitude of biochemical operations as you navigate your way with your heart throughout this existence and reality. So what I'm suggesting here is that when you experience a great deal of pressure from non-physical reality, this creates compaction and contraction in the physical body. And then what? We become disconnected from the spiritual reality that we are living. Everything external becomes real, as if it's real within, when it actually isn't. So once you master your maestra yourself, your internal being, your internal terrain, and move beyond the resistance of pain, you begin to live in a dramatically different way, where your inner worlds reflect your outer worlds. So if you are experiencing propaganda on a daily basis via social media, television, newspapers, media, etc., you will begin to react in accordance with that story, with that particular narrative, and the narrative will program itself into your open vehicle. So when you begin to take care of your vehicle, your physical vehicle, at a different level, you begin to engage in a very different way. Engaging in pure heart function and awareness will give you a different set of parameters to live by, only from the heart, speak from the heart, live by the heart, move with the heart, because the brain has only recorded the information from this lifetime, which can record limitations, boundaries, physical and traumatic impacts from early stages of life, and throughout all stages of life eventually affects us in the physical body. So when we are free of that resistance, then we begin to be liberated and have the capacity to expand along with Earth in harmony with all of your harmonic elements that make you the light technology of Earth in the body balanced, and the ways of balancing earth, air, spirit, fire, water as one in terms of your natural own harmony is the best way. Give yourself each of those elements, work with them, and you begin to receive yourself in a very different way that is more connected to the planet and more connected to the cosmos. So while your system is operating down here in physical form with blood, skin, and bones, and your life force present within that blood and your every single function, you are interacting with all of those elements on Earth. If anyone is out of balance, it's going to create a sense of imbalance and overwhelm and instability in these times. And that's just from a practical perspective. So the other spiritual perspective and the emotional perspective is to breathe into your heart on a regular, expansive basis, and really allow yourself to let go of any restriction that the system imposed upon you via contractual or coercive means, spiritually or physically, and begin to know that you are the interior worlds of your universe. And when you begin to shift your reality into your universal form inside yourself, then your exterior reality begins to replay you that perfection of spiritual data, and that becomes your natural alignment. So if you're the type of being that experiences problems on a day-to-day level externally, it's going to have a connection within you regarding some kind of trauma, some kind of operation or learning that you have undergone that prevents you from moving in any particular direction. It all depends on what it was, where it is, and how that is overwhelming your physical to let you know. It's a bit like an inner alarm bell. If you experience pain and resistance in one area of the body, then that is the message from your soul that there is a problem that needs to be addressed, and that requires inner reflection, not the immediate quest for a solution that is outside of yourself. All solutions for your well-being are within, and it's making a point of accessing those parts that are physical and non-physical, macrocosmic and microcosmic, all at the same time. And when we begin to become aware of ourselves at this multidimensional, omnipotent nature, we begin to have a different perspective on ourselves. And that silent voice within gets louder until it comes into your awareness, the direct message of how, where you should be, who you're there with, and how you feel about your own internal reality. Are you stable in there? If you are stable in there, yes, everything will reflect accordingly in the external manifestation of that. And this is where you can begin to realize that you're a really magical being, a magical creator, and that once you take control or harness and maestro your reality, then you have a very different synchronistic experience with the great mysteries of this existence, which drive us and guide us in our sacred forms of existence. So with this, I have decided to hold a sacred online space, an online clearing, healing of the soul. It's a beautiful time. It will be 27th of September at 7 p.m. EST, and I'll put the links down below. Welcome, on another note, to all new subscribers, some known and unknown. Really nice that you came here and that you made it here. We offer a dramatically different perspective on well-being and your ability to function as an infinite soul in a physical human body. So yeah, we'll be holding that. If you on the 27th, if you would like a private session with me, do get in contact at Harmony Imperfect Council. Details will be below, on Facebook or at Concordia Consularis. You will find me on there, and I will leave links below for the online soul healing. And it will be beautiful. It will disconnect you from system experiences and programs, and you will be able to flow as a stronger being of light to do your good work here on earth for yourself, for your ancestors, and for your entire universe. Sounds good? I'll leave the links below. Take good care of yourself in these challenging times. Take care of your heart.